the Loveland Frog, aka the Loveland Frog Man,
or lizard, or frog woman. I'm sure we don't.
True. I'm not
totally
gonna
understand.
assume it's gender. Frog starts coming out of the water and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then starts walking at you with a cane and top hat.
Yeah, yeah. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Like in the middle of the night, like it's all you hear.
Smoking a cigar. Takes the cryptid to a whole nother level. Like these are now wizards,
Yeah.
wizard frog-like iguanas.
You made me laugh once. I think you deserve another attempt at Kermit the Frog impression, please.
Oh.
Just it comes from the back of your throat. You know?
Kermit the Frog. Welcome to your weekly dose of weird, the haunted, and the hidden. This is Hypothetically Sound with Alek and Randy. Welcome back to Hypothetically Sound. We hope you are having a great day. As always, I am one of your hosts, Randy, joined by the other host, Alek.
Double yeah.
Yeah. And we are here again with some Cryptid Hunter series. And Alek, who are we hunting today?
Well, we're hunting a frog.
A frog.
A frog.
A ribbit.
A ribbit.
What kind of frog? Because there's a lot of frogs.
A lizard.
It's a lizard?
It's a lizard.
It's a frog lizard.
It's a frog or a lizard. Actually, it might be a frog man. It's the Loveland Frog, man.
It is the Loveland Frog. I'm sorry if people at home are confused by what we're doing. But yes, the Loveland Frog, a.k.a. the Loveland Frog Man.
Or lizard, or frog woman. I'm sure we don't.
True. I'm not going to
understand.
assume it's gender if it has one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is a humanoid frog-like creature that is said to stand about 4 feet tall, leathery skin, frog face or lizard face, and webbed hands and feet. What you expect from a very tall walking frog, lizard, human thing.
You think it's like the frog? Like if you give it a top hat and a cane, it's just literally the frog from those old cartoons. They're like, "Hello, my baby one." Yeah.
That is probably honestly where it came from. Like
I mean,
wonder if
actually,
that,
it came from Ohio, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like if they had to make up a cryptid, it'd just be a big ass frog. Like
honestly, I thought they released the cryptids on the world in the form of Jake and Logan Paul, but Loveland Frog works as well. That joke fell flat. I'm sorry.
Yes, it did.
I'm saying they're
horrible. Should be
terrifying, horrible creatures.
I'll give you a pity laugh on that one. There you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No
Those
problem.
at home, I hope you gave me more than a pity laugh. I hope you laughed your butts off or cringed very hardly. Whatever one you like to do.
It's always cringe with you.
That's true. I just wanted to make it awkward there for a second.
It was already awkward. It's been awkward the whole time.
Okay. Let's get back into what we're actually talking about, the Loveland Frog. Before we did our research for this episode, Alek, have you heard of the Loveland Frog before the Smash Your Pass episode that we did?
No. Bro, it's literally a giant frog. I feel like I don't even think people from Loveland, Ohio, fully know about the frog, man.
True. I would wholeheartedly agree with you when I did my research, and I saw him like the big old toads that like take up your entire hand. That's what I thought it was at first, and I was like, maybe it talked or something. And then the more research, I'm like, oh no, people are claiming to have seen a short humanoid frog walk around. I mean, it would be terrifying, honestly. You're walking in, going fishing, and all of a sudden a frog starts coming out of the water, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then starts walking at you with a cane and top hat.
Yeah, hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Like in the middle of the night, like that's all you hear.
Smoking a cigar.
You just hear the plat, plat, plat.
Imagine the horror movie. Like that could actually, like with like Bambi and Winnie the Pooh and all those coming out. I think this is the next one that hasn't been tapped yet, and I think we film it ourselves. It is set up perfectly for a horror movie.
Just chilling in the dark, and you just hear Kermit the Frog here.
It's all the frog creatures coming together to fight the world. You thought we were just cartoons and Muppets? Well, reality set in.
But I really want the Kermit like villain to still be just a man, like with the puppet. But it's like he talks and like does all the actions through the Kermit. Like it's just Kermit with a knife like taped to his hand, and he has a little stick to like move his hand. You know what I'm saying?
And then at the end, he's like convinced that Kermit's real and that Kermit was actually controlling everything.
It wasn't me, it was Kermit. I swear it was Kermit.
And
you freed me.
Kermit the Frog here. That's not Kermit's real. Kermit the Frog? Nope, it's not. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm supposed to be an actor.
Oh goodness, I wasn't expecting that. This is railroaded too far. Anyways,
okay, but yeah, I think that's a blockbuster hit, and no one take our idea. Please. Or do and give us credit.
Yes, either actually do and give us credit and royalties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and let me star in it. I'll be Kermit the Frogs.
I just want the money. I just want the money.
Fair.
I don't want the work, just the money.
But back to the Loveland Frog, for real. Let's give you guys some origins on the legend. It's a relatively new cryptid, and by relatively, I mean it's like 70 years old. It originates, as Alek said, in a small town in Ohio. Funny enough, Loveland, Ohio, where it has been sighted sporadically since the 1950s. The first reported sighting occurred in 1955, allegedly, with a later sighting in 1972, and then more recently in 2016. While the sightings have been few and far between, it has become a cemented piece of Ohio folklore. I really stuttered there.
You know what's weird? Is after a sighting in like 2016, an officer called a news station to report that he had shot and killed the same creatures some weeks after one of the sightings in 1972, right? And he just identified it as a very large iguana with a missing tail. So, how big was this iguana?
right? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I guess iguanas could be like pretty big,
like 4 foot tall. Can
they?
Like,
that's the thing. Like standing, no. Like if it's on the ground moving, yeah, I think they can be like up to like 6 feet. Like, aren't iguanas like huge, like in the wild?
I have a question. Why do you think if an iguana is laying down and stands up, they're not like the height doesn't convert?
Well, like iguanas don't stand up.
Holy shit!
They walk on all 4 feet.
Iguanas can get up to 7 feet if they're male.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they can get pretty big, but yeah, like they don't. Like, stand
if it just stands straight, but if it does, like I don't know.
I'm shooting the bitch. Like that's terrifying. Like bears, you expect to stand up. That's when you know to run. Iguana stands up. You know something's wrong. You shoot it. Obviously, the police.
Are you ready for this real quick? Yeah. By the way, iguanas may puff up their body to appear larger, or their backs, or stand on its hind legs. Okay, so.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought they couldn't stand.
Someone probably like freaked out an iguana and it stood up and they're like, "Holy fuck, a frog!" Because that's what I would do because I didn't know iguanas could get so long. Apparently,
that's terrifying. That's actually terrifying. I would do what the cop did, obviously, because I've said it like 4 times. So I don't blame him, and I don't blame people for running scared.
I just looked at a picture of iguana standing, and I'm picturing what someone might have seen.
If you're at home, you have an assignment. Go Google standing iguana.
Yeah. Okay, I can see how someone was like, oh my god, and not how they could say it's a frog, because it
Yeah.
definitely doesn't look like a frog, even if
No.
its tail is missing.
Not even the slightest. I think frogs and iguanas look incredibly different.
Yeah, but like, I would freak out if I saw a 7 foot tall, I guess it's 4 foot tall, iguana just standing.
Yeah, no, I think most iguana-like creatures would be terrifying walking.
I mean, like, clearly, because
They're dragons.
I didn't even know iguanas could walk or get that big, so I'd be like,
Yeah.
what the hell am I looking at? And
Right.
why is this frog attacking me?
Well, apparently we're not the only people that thought this, because in 1955 the first encounter happened, and it was a traveling businessman. So maybe he was trying to say some things to get people to buy his products. Who knows? But he said he was driving alone on a quiet road at night when he noticed strange creatures gathered around the side of the road. He described seeing 3 bipedal frog-like beings standing upright. One one held what he described as a wand or stick emitting sparks. And then he said the creatures eventually fled into a nearby river, leaving him baffled.
I'm a wizard.
That's what he saw. It was 3 wizards who had changed into iguanas or frogs,
Yep.
and they got caught trying to play with their cast a spell, and they had to dip out.
Play with their what, man? That's weird. Weird pause. Good save.
But yeah, no, that's like that's takes the cryptid to a whole nother level. Like these are now
Wizards. Yeah.
Wizard frog-like iguanas. So that makes it a little more terrifying than it just standing up.
Yeah.
And then in 1972, 2 Loveland police officers saw similar things. The first sighting happened to Officer Ray Shockley. He was patrolling a quiet area when he spotted a creature crouched by the road. He said when his headlights hit the figure, it stood up on 2 legs, revealing itself to be a 3-foot tall, 4-foot tall humanoid with frog-like features before hopping over a guardrail and disappearing into the river. And then his fellow officer, Mark Matthews.
Yeah, what I mentioned before. Yeah.
Also reported seeing a similar creature days later. And then he said that he thought it was a large iguana without a tail. So, like, this is why dash cams and police cams were invented. Not to see crime, but to see these weird things they find, apparently.
I mean, real. Yeah.
And then the last reported sighting, or at least the biggest last reported sighting, was in 2016 when people were playing Pokemon Go. 2 friends, or I guess one guy and his girlfriend, Sam Jacobs, they were playing Pokemon Go near Loveland Road at night when they spotted a large frog-like creature walking upright in a pond. So, like, our horror movie starts. Apparently, though, Jacob captured a grainy video of the sighting. But a lot of people say it's inconclusive. You can't tell. In 2016, he probably had a cheap flip phone and got some cheap video. So it's not surprising that the video is inconclusive.
Yeah, that makes sense. I suppose in 2016, kind of sussy, but you know, that's fine.
Just someone wanted to go viral with their claims of seeing things, especially with Pokemon Go being so popular. You mix the 2 together and you get a little viralness out of it. Probably was a local legend in his town for a little bit.
Yeah. Especially since in 2013, silly me, in 2023, the Loveland Frog had become the city's mascot. So whenever I said people in Ohio didn't know about it, I was wrong. I admit. I'm sorry, Ohioans, if you're listening. My bad. But the frog's usually dressed as a frog prince.
Yeah, this goes back to the wand.
True, real. Oh man, so real. But yeah, also funny. Sorry about that. This frog has appeared many times in like other works of fiction and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
In a couple in a novel, the man from Promised Lane has a version of the Loveland Frog. Oh my goodness. My God, I can't talk today. May 2014, the legend was made into a musical titled Hot Damn, It's the Loveland Frog.
Not very thought-provoking or just very direct, I guess.
I mean, hey. And there's also a horror found footage film directed by Anthony Cousins named Frogman that came out in 2024 or 2023.
Which, if you watch this and you want us to react to that movie, we're down to do it. Just leave a comment.
Yeah.
But Alec, what do you think are your theories on what this Loveland Frog actually is? You just think it's an iguana?
It's an iguana. Yeah, it's definitely just a tailless iguana. An iguana that lost his tail, got threatened, stood up, and that was about it. Or was trying to climb over there. I don't know about the whole wizard side of this. that hit me. That hit me from nowhere. That was a blind side. I was not prepared.
Yeah.
It's the 50s. He's probably on shrooms.
The experts say the wand incident in 1955 could have been a misinterpreted lightning bug display, which would explain why there were 3 iguanas in that area. They were probably trying to eat dinner. And they would stand up to eat the lightning bugs that were flying above them. So that explanation makes more sense in my brain. I also agree. I think they are just big, large iguanas that stood up. They were threatened and they stood up. The lights shocked them or whatever it may have been, stood up. I think the teens in 2016, if they did see something, probably saw an alligator, to be honest. I don't know if Ohio has alligators or crocodiles or anything like that. Probably not crocodiles because I think they're based in like other areas. But
Florida.
But yeah, I think it just might have been a big water-based creature that they saw that was scaly and they freaked out. And most people that's what most people believe. Some do think that it is just a yet to be undiscovered amphibious species, but if it was so popular in Ohio, you're not going to convince me that enough people haven't tried to research and find this creature that it wouldn't have been found by now, especially if it's just on the side of the road. And then some people just think it's an urban legend at this point, to keep people coming to their town. As always, when it comes to town-based cryptids, most people just believe it is the town saying things to drive traffic.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm glad they're embracing it as well. Like, it's a fun little legend.
So. They did get a nice little boost in traffic after BuzzFeed, this show Unsolved, did an episode on them. So they got nice little traffic from that.
That's cool. Hell yeah.
But yeah, most things on Loveland Frog are people like us that talk about it on podcasts and YouTube.
I mean, that makes sense. It's at the end of the day, it also doesn't have much. It's just a frog. It's just like an oversized frog if it was real, right?
Yeah.
If it wasn't an iguana, it's just an oversized lizard frog thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think it's like anything super mysterious.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the fly population's probably down because to get that size and to maintain that size and live, man, got to be eaten.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
But like they said they ate like cats or something. Oh, then we got a story. El Chupacabra Part 2.
I almost took that in a different direction. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Yep, we definitely do.
Unlike other cryptids, Loveland Frog has never been seen as dangerous or threatening to the local people, apparently. So it has that, even though like I would be terrified of this big frog-like creature shooting sparks at me from its wand.
Mm-hmm. I too would probably be afraid of Frog Wizard.
Frog Wizard?
What do frog wizards turn people into? Like, because like you know, there's witches that turn people into frogs. But what would a frog witch turn someone?
An ugly human?
So no change.
I don't know. That's actually a good question. I'm probably into the frog as well.
Just a smaller normal frog, not
Yeah.
a big one.
Yeah.
But like, what if I, as a now once human, now frog, have seen frogs with magic, decide to keep my froggy life and learn frog magic to like get revenge? You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't think that doesn't seem like a very smart thing to do.
But I feel like if you're a frog wizard and you had to turn someone into something, turn into something like you is the best option because you make it into something bigger.
I'm scared because like what if a frog wizard turns you into a frog and then gives you those eyes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like what I'm just saying, I'm hopping away as fast as I can. Which would be very difficult because I am used to a human body. I don't know how frog bodies work. It's going to be like one of those jumps where I go kind of in the air and I'm stagnant for a second and just fall.
Fall straight on your belly.
Yeah. And it's like, oh no.
The learning curve is that of Avatar trying to learn how to walk as a blue creature.
For sure.
Everything's just falling short with you today. On that note, I'm sorry that my jokes aren't funny today. My references are lame, according to Alex.
I'm not. You know what, Randy? I think you should give it another try. You made me laugh once. I think you deserve another attempt at Kermit the Frog impression, please.
Oh.
Just it comes from the back of your throat. You know?
Kermit the Frog. I only have your reference to go off of.
Mine's not even good. That's the best part.
That's the part. That's the problem.
It's just better than yours, and you know that.
I only hear that version in my head, and so I'm trying to copy Kermit the Frog. Kermit.
Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog. No. Look at me. I am the captain now. That's all I can do. And that's not even good. 9.
Jesus Christ. I hate that you here making fun of me having to do any type of impression. And that's very rude. Because no one else knew that. That hurts me. All right.
Well, with me crashing and failing on voice impersonations, I think it's your time to succeed with a shout out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to anyone who can do voice impersonations. I find that very, very impressive, especially those that don't need a vocal exercise to start theirs up, like me. So, and they actually sound good. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Mm-hmm.
With that, we thank you guys for listening to this episode. We hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a comment, share it with your friends, get everybody to listen. We're just trying to grow. So until next time, you know where to follow us on all the sites Hypothetically Sound. We hope you have a great day. Deuces.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Hypothetically Sound. We hope you enjoyed the episode. All episodes can be found at hypotheticallysound.podbean.com, as well as on Apple, Spotify, and Pandora. For full unedited video versions of the podcast, please visit us at youtube.com/hypotheticallysound.